Hey, howdy, everybody, and welcome back to the Streaming Sofa. Good evening, happy Wednesday, middle of the week, after what has felt like one of the longest weeks ever. We are somehow only halfway through, but we're back. We're back and we're doing the thing. I have had a rare day where I felt pretty okay. So fortunately, we're able to keep up the old streaming thing. I will be so straight up honest with you guys. I am so tired. I got home and basically, like, as I got out of my car, was like immediately hit with just like a wave of just kind of like, oh God. And so I have literally just finished eating to give one, because I needed to, but two, to get me, you know, hopefully a little more amped up tonight. But man, I don't know what it is. I think sometimes it just like hits you just like out of the blue. And I feel like this is a case where, because every day for me for a while has been just so up and down and so crazy, that it's just like eventually it's just kind of like, okay, and stop. But it's like, no, I need to get scared. I need to do spooky things tonight. My people are waiting for me. They demand the scares. And also, I didn't want to like wait longer to go back to the game that we're playing. You know, we're already, oh God damn it, there's a update for it. All right, well, let's do that in the background while we're just yammering away. You know, we're already like super behind on like playing like Raw Danger, you know, so like we got to finish this one and then we can get back to the other one and then we can move on to whatever the next thing is. But I do have I guess like small update, bit of good news, which is yesterday my day ended with going to a furniture store with my boss to buy me a new chair. I have been asking for a new chair at my office since like November, and a number of major events have happened since then. And now that my back is all fucked, it's apparently it's really important that we get that taken care of. To be fair, I have been the one who has recently been like kind of like putting it off until I get like a better idea of what's going on. And now that I know kind of what the deal is, it's like, all right, well, let's just go get another chair. And this was not intentional. It was literally, I'm gonna go sit in like a dozen different chairs and see which one feels the best. I somehow managed to get myself a fucking Herman Miller. I believe it's used, but it's fine, because I will say, boy, does it feel good like having something that like gives you like straight up just better posture overall. I was already feeling a bit better today as it was, and then over the course of the day realized it's like, hey, you know what, things are pretty manageable. Ironically, things are like actually like feel like worse now that I'm on the couch. But still, you know, better than it has been. So doing what I can, keeping up with stuff, trying to, you know, maintain at least a positive frame of mind, and try to keep my energy up, you know. Like I've definitely been doing things that are helping in that regard, and that includes streaming. So I'm glad to be back I had a lot of fun last night actually watching Viria's stream, as she is navigating the King's Quest games, and being able to be like a passive, not even a passive observer. I was basically, I was looking at walkthroughs and maps like the entire time, and trying to kick some hints, whenever she got stuck. But some of those old games, it's so funny because, I'm a console kid, right? All of my stuff was the Atari and the NES and, Genesis, PlayStation. I didn't have a PC. We had a Mac when I was in high school. Who cares? That was definitely at a time when there were no games on the Mac. What I ended up playing on the Mac was arcade games. We played MAME. That's what we had the most of on there, was a bunch of arcade games. So there is, and this comes up often, when I'm doing stuff with Valeno, like there is a whole world of like PC and DOS games that I just have no familiarity with, and there are these whole like subgenres out there that I never touched, and any familiarity that I have with them is from way later in life, or I suppose you could say more recently, like learning about some of these things, but not things that I really like played before on even now where I have the option to do so. And it's really fascinating looking at a game like King's Quest from 1983, which I think is older than anything that I've even streamed. And seeing what's a fairly complex game, like it's basically a text adventure. It's like a graphical text adventure, if that makes sense. It's a point and click game without the ability to use your mouse, and so it's like surprisingly open-ended while also being extremely limited and specific. And it's a wild type of game for the time that I just never got to experience. And it's really interesting looking at a thing that feels like, oh, so this was probably like an early 90s game, maybe mid 90s or so. And it was like, no, like King's Quest predates Mario. King's Quest predates the entire NES by a full 2 years. And it's kind of crazy to think about, especially when you compare it to games that did come out in the 90s, like fucking Jill the Jungle, And King's Quest is a masterpiece compared to those. And it's, video games are crazy, I guess, is where I'm going with this. Like it's truly wild just how much stuff is actually out there. And it makes me excited for things like, like GOG and, when they do sales and stuff like that, going through and grabbing just like a bunch of random weird shit, which I did a couple weeks ago. I haven't fired up any of that stuff yet because I kind of want to figure out like what would be fun to look at on stream specifically. But seeing so many weird old games that I've never experienced is very exciting. And it's a lot of fun to know that even with the ridiculous amount of games that I have played in my life, like literally in the thousands of games that I have played at some point in my life, there is still this whole other world that is basically untouched. And it makes me very excited to see not only the rest of like Viria's stuff with the King's Quest series, but it makes me excited to potentially look at some things in my own library that might barely even work on a modern system. But it's always fun to just see shit like that. Like there's so much stuff out there. So yeah, it has been a fun week, you know, like I have not been like sitting here being miserable. There's been plenty of that, but I'm what an entertaining week it's been. so many new and exciting experiences. This, man, it's it's very interesting being being so like close to a bunch of drama without actually being an active participant in it. And if somehow you don't know what I'm referring to, I'm talking about like all of the Vishojo stuff, and you know, being a member of that community and kind of being sort of along for the ride has been it's been a very interesting couple of days, because there's so much to react to that at a certain point it just kind of washes over you and it's just kind of like, yeah, that all sucks. I think it speaks to, you know, how I try to be as best as I can. Hey, Viria. You know, I try to be, to the best of my ability, somebody who can like recognize when things are bad and when things are shitty, but try to turn that energy into something positive, or try to stay positive in it. I'm not always successful about that. Like trust me. And usually I'm better at it when it is about like outside situations and less my own internal stuff. If I'm being fully honest. But what this whole fiasco and everything has made me appreciate more and more and more is not only the ability to like do this myself, you know, like stream and play all these old video games and have so much fun doing this, but just how much I appreciate like the other like streamers and content creators who I have enjoyed for years, and you know, who are direct inspirations for me getting into this at all. You know, there are so many smart and talented and creative people out there doing so much, and everyone is doing it a little bit differently, and everyone has a slightly different style about them, and everyone really gets to let like their own personalities shine through. And I guess like knowing that, thank you. I guess knowing that that like 90% of like the drama of stuff is caused by like dumb business nonsense, and not like the people who are just trying to have a good time and grow their communities and everything. It gives me like a lot of like hope, and it makes me feel very like optimistic, like even because the sad state of affairs is that people are always going to be fucking exploited. You know, like that's always going to happen. That's not me like excusing it or trying to be dismissive. It's just like that shit just fucking happens. And so it is. So even though like seeing people get hurt and seeing people, you know, end up in this situation is on one hand obviously heartbreaking and super unfair and maddening. On the other hand, seeing that all of these people who were affected by this are still successful and flourishing and have amazing communities and still put so much positivity out and still have energy and still bring so much like entertainment and just like good vibes to the other people who watch them or are parts of their communities is honestly very inspiring. You know, like it's so nice to see people who, and I understand this, you know, from especially being like an actor and an artist myself, like they haven't been broken, you know, they've been hurt, but they haven't been broken. They are so called to do this kind of thing. They're so passionate to put themselves out into the world and to like the desire to do these things, the desire to do these kinds of streams, the desire to build these kind of communities, the desire to do these dumb comedy sketches and stuff like that, the desire to do all this stuff like outweighs any amount of bullfuckery that, you know, a bunch of dipshits will get up to try to exploit that. And I think that that is a very powerful thing to take away from it. It's, you know, maybe, you know, faint comfort in the moment given the enormity of the situation. But the fact that we are only like 48 hours out from so much stuff being revealed and everything, and everyone has rallied behind like all of the talent and all the streamers and everything to such an incredible degree, you know, like how many other situations can you think of where people got together to raise $1 million for a charity in under 48 hours? That's insane. Like that's completely that's so crazy to think about. Because usually something like that you would think would require a ton of like marketing and advertising and setup and all this stuff. And I was like, no, all that it really took was a bunch of people who really care about the people that they watch and support, saw a fucked up situation and mobilized to correct it in a way that made sense. And that in a time where it is maybe difficult, depending on what part of the world you live in, to believe in a certain amount of positivity and believe in a certain amount of like uncynical optimism in people. It's been cool to see, you know, like that has been my takeaway from this whole situation is not fuck these guys and go get them and everything, but to be clear, fuck those guys and go get them. Like do not misinterpret, like truly, like fuck those guys, get that money back. But all these individuals and their communities and their supporters have all come together in a way that's so wonderful, and it everyone should be commended for that, you know, like we're not going to be beaten by fucked up capitalism. Like we're not going to be beaten by that. Like we're going to continue to care about things because things fucking matter. So it has been one hell of a week. This is really wholesome and stuff. Did I miss the dragon? You know what's funny is that I was thinking about that, and I don't know if you missed the very beginning, Valeno, but I got so goddamn tired that I started stream and didn't even think about it when I started stream. Give me a rain check. Give me a rain check. Give me one more. Give me one more stream. I will do it. I will do it. That was not me blowing smoke when I said fucking bet to your challenge. But it can't be tonight. In full, absolutely not. That was not part of the agreement. I do not. there is a Spirit Halloween store isn't going to be opening for another month here. So, unfortunately, you're just going to have to be happy with audio. Although hilariously enough, I think being like in full makeup and costume and everything would be the only way that I would be comfortable singing that particular song like on camera. I already have such a bad time singing on camera as it is, that doing it as like a full ass character would actually make it easier in some ways. All right. I've been sitting here in the wrong category for this entire time, so we should probably get to it. We should probably actually get to the thing that we are here to do, which is we're going to continue playing through Luto. I have seen a couple of people playing this. I actually saw Lena was playing this earlier today, as a matter of fact. I watched very little of it. Fortunately, she was not. She was in the section of where you're playing like through the TV, like that whole thing that we were doing last night. And then I stopped watching because I do not want to be spoiled on anything that this game is doing. If you missed part one, here's your basic recap. This is it's a horror game. It's an indie horror game. We are playing as Samuel, and we're mostly just kind of doing laps around the house more than anything, while a Stanley Parable-esque narrator, who I think might actually just literally be the Stanley Parable voice actor because it sounds so goddamn close, kind of narrates what we're doing. And as we've been going along, we have been slowly unraveling some history about our family, including our brother Isaac and our mom and dad. There was a slight there was a small reference to our grandmother, who was praying that a curse would be lifted from the family or something. You know, not a whole lot of details there, but this game is doing the horror as an analog for trauma thing, pretty one-to-one, though I will say it is better written than a lot of games that try to do that. And also there's spooky blankets everywhere, like literally everywhere. Like no matter how many twists and turns and looping hallways we find ourselves in, there's always fucking ghosts standing around. There's always a, was that Casey Affleck? Just like standing in a corner somewhere. So the game is spooky. The game is spooky. The game legitimately got me several times. And now that we are halfway through, I'm very curious, like, is it going to get more intense? Are they going to maybe ease off of it and really lean into kind of like fleshing out more of the story? I don't know. We're going to find out together, though, as we say goodbye to the tunes and hop back in for round 2 of Luto. Let's get into it. I am very much hoping that we have not seen all of the tricks that this game has, because literally the full time we were playing it, and we're just under 3 hours into this. The whole time we were playing it the other day, it basically never repeated a bit. You know, like it always had something different happen. And I suppose I'm like nervous about like 2 things. One is that has it run out of tricks to do? And 2, this ended the first stream ended with the lengthiest puzzle that we've done in the whole thing. And that puzzle was gather a bunch of key items and put them all in one location. Now, that said, it was still like an interesting journey to do that. I'm just hoping that like the whole second half of this game is not more and more of those kind of like fetch questy kind of things, because that's where a lot of horror games kind of get stuck. But we're gonna find out. Once again, we always start in a desert. And I'm not going to bother resisting because I think we know that we need to like release the four spirits or the four shadows here in order to, I think, successfully make our way through this desert. We always start in this bathroom, though. That's right. Bring pizza. Good luck. Good morning. Okay, so we are already starting in a different house than we usually do. Oh, right. Yeah. Okay, yeah. The last thing we did was we picked up a coin. Like, literally like a video game coin was floating here. So we grabbed that, and this was the last thing. This was the screen when we finished stream last time. So here we go. This game's graphics, this game's sound design has been great. Like, really everything about this has been really, really terrific. And it's funny because, like, this was getting, like, mixed reviews on Steam, and I don't know, I mean, some of you have been watching me long enough to know that I'm pretty vocal about how I feel about stuff and how impatient I might get about things. Tony, guess what? What, Viria? You're making breakfast for dinner. Oh. Are you making pancakes for dinner? As as we go down our first tunnel where there's already somebody waiting for us. You thought I was going to jump scare you. I mean, a little bit. It's our boy.
You shouldn't have seen that. I'm sorry.
Thank you for the hydrate. Okay. They kind of deactivated our run for a second there. Hi. Oh, I thought the I thought the music was directional for a second. I thought it was gonna be hi, Max. I thought that the blankets were chanting. All right, that looks like keys. Perhaps.
I know it's easy to get caught up in the excitement of solving a mystery, but you're going to have a hard time finding the truth when you don't even know what the lie is. Keep in mind that the truth has many faces, and you may not like the one that is waiting for you.
Let's try heading upstairs before we go further downstairs. So we've been seeing a lot of like these sketches and artwork and stuff, and oh yeah, we keep picking up like these flashcards. I guess Sam's mom used to teach them Spanish using flashcards. But there were some pretty like overt references to like closeted like sexual identity and stuff in an earlier sequence. There's been like drawings of like I think Isaac, but like with his face like coming off and like another face like underneath it and everything, you know, like pretty like it feels up. I think there might have been a boy up there. So yeah, if you happen to miss the first one, the game does warn that it's going to deal with things like depression and self-harm and stuff like that. So
between what is real and what isn't. Do you trust what you see? What you hear? What happens when everything starts to feel wrong? To seem fake? Like a trick, you know. It is night.
they're there. Did all the lights turn off? Okay. Okay, good. We did go the right way. Staff key. Okay, yeah, we did see the staff. Ooh, I don't like the voices being piped in all of a sudden. Oh, there's multiple things moving.
Careful. Sometimes it's better to embrace fiction than to face what's behind the curtain or under the sheets.
Okay. Imagine we might have to solve that hangman. Starts with an R, ends with an R. 6 letters. Runner. Oh no, U's been selected. Okay. Well, I'm sure we can figure that out later. Also, did this change? Oh god. Yeah, this was not where we came from. Oh no, this is where we came from, because we came from... Okay, I'm already unhappy. I don't like the running sound. Stop it. This was staff, yes? Yes. So I believe this is mom and dad. Now they're separated. Oh, thank God it got super quiet. So, you know, lead us into a false sense of security, of course. For some reason, the white door opens if you click on it too many times in a row. Yeah, quiet's always good, especially in a horror game. Why didn't anyone help? Okay, so we are... Ooh. Okay, all right, so are we now starting to play with the fact that we are playing a video game? Full achievement for breaking something. I love it. My kind of achievement. Okay, so we can now explore off to the left and down these stairs over here. Hey. Can you move, please? Oh, okay. All right. Put a quick end to our exploration. Okay, we got the sketchbook. We have a VHS tape. We didn't see a VCR coming down here the first time. I don't think. The white door opens too many times, or when you click it a bunch. Where was there a white door? I don't remember a white door at all. This can't be. Man, I'm now backtracking all the way back to where we started, which is probably the wrong move. Shit. It's gonna be locked. Oh, god damn it. Oh, I've wasted everyone's time. All right, back we go. Where was there a white door? I don't remember seeing any other doors. I gotta admit, the game is like still like effective even with like a giant fucking ring light in my face. I'm sure wearing headphones is doing a lot of favors, but that ain't no door. They're usually pretty good at kind of like gently guiding us to whatever the next thing is. So what did I miss? Are there more ghosties? It was pretty populated when we came down here the first time, I think. There's definitely a lot more like in general. Okay, let's double check the staff room, make sure that we didn't miss anything in here. That was a brown door. Okay, this is where it gave us the hint. So, can we see the white door from here? Oh, god damn it. Okay, so how do we get there? Did we walk past it? It's right there. Jesus Christ. Great. Corazon. That means heart, I believe. Ganar is to win. Pauses. Pause. Madre Padre, I'm gonna guess. Okay. Pared. I'm not familiar with that one. That's an Enye. Alright. Let's pop this tape in, shall we? Okay, so we are repeating this. I don't mind repeating this because this is a, like, cool mechanic. Does it literally just interact with this guy? Ah. Oh. Oh. Okay. All right. So do we continue exploring through the TV and find other letters? I'm guessing. Don't stop. Nope. I'm not looking. Okay, we know that there were. Okay. Yeah. All right. So let's look at our sketchbook. Can we not look at our sketchbook from here? Oh, okay. I think it's romper. Because we know that it begins and ends with an R. It's 6 letters. And it's the only one that has an O in the second position. Okay. So, E.
Samuel learned Spanish with games like this. It is fascinating how easily you transform macabre acts into simple children's games.
That's why there's so many ghosts now. They've all been hiding letters over their heads. Q. J, Z, M. Nope. We're just gonna keep going. We're just gonna keep on going. Whoop! It's always funny to see him sprinting around. They're doing like a can't catch me. I think all we need is R, right? To the ground! Fucking god damn it. Son of a bitch. Oh god. Oh. Hi. Oh, you bastard. Oh. I picked the wrong letter, you guys. It's just nope, we're just gonna keep on going. Just gonna keep on going. And we're gonna hope that that shadow on his leg is his other hand. I need a P and an R. P and R, P and R, P and R. G, U. It's over here. A. All right. B-I-Z, J-Q, H-O, Jesus Christ. Give me the letters I need, you guys. Okay, we did not go back up these other stairs. Where I think there were some more ghosties. There's P. Okay. R, 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 R. Can we walk in on ourselves? No. Give me an R. S, that's close. C is further away. I. It's like I'm taking a vision test. No! God damn it. Where? ¿Dónde está el R? Por favor. We go down here? WILTNDSU. Oh no, this is, oh god damn it. Oh. Is there a chance we miss? No, because down here is just this door that we can't go into. Okay. Yeah, there's literally no other word that it could be. I feel like we have looked at all of these though. Okay, I'm just gonna like hug the wall. We're gonna take every right turn that we can. Z I B L U D. We already know that this is. Is it a dead end or no? Yes. No? Oh yeah, okay, okay, yeah, yeah. That's back to the beginning. LBIZ. Man, why did they hide this? Like so like so well. Like what the hell? No, hang on. Because did I miss a direction? It's also lit like so poorly. JHO. Fuck me. All right, let's go back again. If anyone sees R, like like scream at me. Go back up here. I'm clearly missing one of them. Wait. Staff room? Okay, we did. Yeah, we went through here. We walked all the way down there. So I guess the only way we haven't gone... Did I not, like, walk down the rest of this hallway? No, because I made the joke about checking on ourselves. SFV, da, 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 da. Okay, this is new. This is new. Here we go. LVZ TJ LB. Fucking god damn it. R. Oh my god, finally. Jesus Christ. Well, things are... So that's break. Did something in this room change other than that? Do we need to... Like, it sounded like something unlocked, right? Was it maybe something down... Okay, yeah, okay. So shit's like... break. I'm seeing like the word like help. So this is where the front door of the house should be. But now it ain't. Okay. I guess try to follow the glitchy... Okay, yeah. Is it trying to get us to look at something specific? Oh, wait. We can go down here now. I bet we can actually open this door now because we...
Don't you miss when the
Okay,
world
yeah.
had logic? When the walls were familiar and the corridors led somewhere? But for some reason you decided that wasn't the truth. And look at it now. The world bends, stretches, breaks down. And yet, you keep walking.
Oh, God, back to the hall, endless hall. Fucking God damn it. I... Uh-huh. All right, we're doing one of these. That's fine. That's fine. We'll do a little conga line down the mystery hallway. I guess let's just keep going. I imagine this will have to end at some point. Start chase. Chase better be a guy's name and not... Oh!
Actions have consequences.
Are we chasing him?
Yours do nothing but tear everything apart. Don't think I haven't noticed.
Load level. Oh. No, let me get there.
Interesting.
Oh. A mouthful of sand can't scream. God. Why did I make him? Why did I make him so loud? Christ. Okay, there's a coin over there. It's just the coin. Just go get the coin. Just get the coin. Just get the coin. Just get the coin. Don't look back. Just get the coin. We got the coin. The okay. We got eated. All right, this sound is directional. Oh, I guess let's follow the sound of the crying guy.
I have witnessed too many times how your world crumbles when you dig where you shouldn't. And it is sad when you think you can climb the rubble. Because the truth is that most of you end up screaming under it.
It's a dog bed. Oh no.
too much to your pets.
Hey, someone check out doesthedogdie.com. Oh no, resist. Oh, wow. That's short of a chapter, huh? There was literally the one, it was the hangman puzzle. That was it.
The third one was, very painful. For years, Mr. Button and I were, inseparable. We adopted him after losing Isaac. And at first, I felt him as a replacement. It was horrible. But over time, he became much more than that. He filled the void I didn't know I had. He was basically everything to me. To the point that I needed him more than he needed me. Despite his tiny size, he always protected me. And that reminded me a lot of Isaac. God, I miss him so much.
So in one of those other, in the last like manuscript reading thing, I believe he specifically mentioned cancer. So I guess that the story here is that we lost Isaac to that. And I'm guessing Mr. Buttons was the dog? The dog? We named the dog Mr. Buttons. Okay. Oh, hell yeah. Some light bossa nova. Let's just chill here. Oh, whoa, whoa. You coming to hang out? That was the right thing to do. Great. Oh. Okay. If we walk, can we walk around this so it never goes forward again? Oh! All right, video game. You don't want me getting too clever. I get it. Out of bounds. Oh, is the hint? Is that the hint? Walk where the ambulance goes. Nope. I thought it was gonna be like hidden path type thing, but apparently not. Okay, if it goes forward, then what changes? I know that something gets knocked over. It's not like I have like a ton of options here. Okay, but there's a finite amount of forwards we can go. All right, if we just watch this play out. Nope, that's where it ends. What the hell? I genuinely have no idea. Is there a ledge we can walk along? I'm not crazy, right? Like, it really seems like this would be the solution. It's like, oh yeah, follow the path that the ambulance follows. Is it? Oh, hello. Oh, Jesus, no clipping on those guys, I guess. What happens if I let the ambulance push us? Are we riding on it? Oh, shit. Do we need to ride this thing like a fucking Does this horror game have a platforming section? Hey. What a strange idea. Okay, so yeah, so one of the early things that happened in this game was the game literally quit to the desktop for us. So it's like the game is like deleting itself now. Having to call 3 times to drop the hammer is perhaps too confusing. What you've just experienced. Oh yeah, we've heard this before. If you've come this
far. Wow, even he's broken. You shouldn't have listened to him.
Let's open door. By the way, these are not like the audio stuff is like that's in game also. Those are not. Oh, baby. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, man. If anybody ever played Observer, this is starting to mimic some of that stuff. Which Observer is a pretty incredible game visually, but it is also one of the most like visually overwhelming things I have ever played. Like it is genuinely like uncomfortable and unpleasant to play through. I had to force myself to the end of it because I was so taken by like its world and its art and everything. But boy, it gets rough. It gets extremely rough, which is kind of the intention. So I can't really knock it, but at the same time, it's like, hey, but also, you know, like, don't don't try to like intentionally make your players feel sick. Teleport. Okay, so that ain't gonna be it. I noticed that these are in red, so maybe they're not active. This is, man, this is really cool. Hey, it's the reflection.
What a mess. But look at you, in a very human attempt to go back, thinking that all your problems will be solved. I can't blame you for wanting to go back to the house, to the routine where everything was simpler, where you were safe.
I was gonna say here, I'm gonna say like flashing warning. I get the sense they might throw some more shit at us. So if you are photosensitive, I removed all the assets from the room and have left only the arena with the box as a reference at the end of the game. Hopefully, it also improves performance. Play music. Trigger shadow. I guess let's go play music. Nothing. Utter silence. Oh, this is the ladder it wouldn't let us climb up last time. Yeah, a while back when we tried to climb this is where it like literally went to the pause screen and then went to quit to desktop. I sure hope this game doesn't dox me.
You can keep banging on the door all you want. No one is going to open it from the other side. After all,
it was us banging on
here.
Yeah, it was us banging on the door before. All the spirits are gone. The lights are gone. Oh, Jesus Christ.
All this odyssey to end up here again. It's not working, is it? I don't know what you expected by breaking everything.
I just hammer on continue. None of these. All right, new game.
Now you can only wait for another. What do you call it now? Deus Ex Machina, maybe? You know, the help you've been getting all along the way, I guess you've noticed.
None of these do anything. Now the question is, how long are they going to keep this bit up? Oh. We've deleted the desert.
Exactly. Here you are.
What the hell is happening? Did we end up in the last 2 episodes of Evangelion? Like, what the fuck is going on? Oh man, what is this game turning into? God damn it. Even when I try to play something modern, I end up getting stuck in retro. I always end up back in the retro category. Yeah, insert coin, why not? Oh, it's the coins we've been collecting. This is a very interesting Pac-Man clone. Hold A to add heart. No! No, come on, man! Why spiders? We were doing so well. Oh, Jesus Christ. Ah! Oh, the completionist in me wants to get everyone. No, stop it. Oh, no. Get the thing. What? God damn it. What the fuck? Oh, shit. Do we actually have like a finite amount of chances on this? Is this gonna like affect like the ending we can get? I don't think we gotta eat the spiders. I think it's that there was like some, okay, so there's like a power up over here. Hold RT to use. What does it do? Is it just, oh, okay, I think it's just like a sprint. Okay. I think I have figured out like kind of the basic mechanic here. Can we collect more than one of these? Okay. Oh, God. No, God damn it. That is the second time where literally like on like the same frame that I press the button to use the power up, like the spiders like jump on the screen. Okay. Man, why are these hearts like so fucking spread out? I thought I collected that one already. Am I crazy? Okay, it's not a sprint thing. It's like a I'm confused. Okay. So it is an actual weapon, and which unfortunately means that like we wasted a bunch of them. Man, there's a long charge on that too. All right, that's all the hearts collected. I gotta say, I'm not crazy about this. This is... While I appreciate the idea of like, oh, spooky Pac-Man, it is also like just another one of these like chase scenarios. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, please. Jesus Christ, like... Oh, man. It doesn't help that, like, this power-up does not seem to be very effective all of a sudden. Like it stuns these guys for what? All of 3 seconds maybe? And also we dropped one of our hearts. What the this, oh boy. This game took a turn. Was it when I got hit? Is that what happened? I guess that makes sense. It is my opinion that they should not have put this part in the game. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. God damn. My points! I earned those, god damn it. What a weird interlude that I don't... Then we're right back to normal? What the fuck is going on? That was...
Lights, camera, action.
Was not crazy about that sequence. I
didn't
wonder.
expect to see the insides of Samuel's world. This place definitely doesn't seem to be comfortable with your presence.
All right. Well, at least now we're back in our comfort zone, as it were. Exploring this weird, fucked up house. We're blocked here. How to get there? Is this? Oh, this is open. There we go. Is that Friday? You gotta get down on Friday. Home keys. All right, let's just walk out the front door and I'm sure everything will be totally fine. I feel like a really easy scare that they could have put in would just be just like the smoke detector, like battery chirp. That would be traumatic for some people.
Routine was not a prison. It was a refuge. Monotony was a shield against the horrors locked inside Samuel. But you insisted on breaking it. You insisted on seeing. And now you can't stop seeing.
Mother wants to remember, so we trot 200 miles into the country and she stays at home.
Well, we're here, John, all right?
More sketches. Giving mom a piggyback ride.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're coming back on the air after an interruption due to technical problems.
See, so now I'm starting to get confused about this theming because we went from like video game falling apart to now it's like, oh, it's like a movie set in a warehouse, but also still video game. Jambro,
Smile.
welcome back, man. Thank you for the resub. We are working our way through some kind of familial trauma. Oh, did this? Oh, it's changed. I think it changed, or did we just not turn around? This is, God. Aha. Okay, we did. Okay, so the last time we did chapter 3, which was, it was like a full, like, earlier sequence, we basically had to go all the way to Friday. Okay, that did not do what I thought it was going to do, so... Nothing should be added to the infinite corridor. No chains, no objects, no drawings. There are only doors, and it is always the same. Increase speed? Oh my god. Why didn't you give me that like
If
4
you
hours
keep
ago?
Going towards the light like a bug, you may have the same fate.
Normal with animation. Hold to open, teleport close. so weird. Oh. Left. I mean, this is gonna just be like they both end up the same. Yeah, yeah. I've seen that bit in like several games now. The false hallway, the false split staircase, whatever. We're not going to recycle this. We said the demo was a standalone experience.
There is something tragic about an unfinished scenario, as if the world had given up before it finished creating itself, or as if the protagonist had given up before even trying.
Version discarded. We have finally decided to make the mausoleum. Oh boy. Hospital. Is that drawing test? Huh, let's hop on down. The death trigger is not active. Oh, okay. So that was like a little Easter eggy type thing. Furniture, telephone, radio. Lock 1, 2, 3, 4. There was nothing in this chest. Well, that's not going to stop me though. And you lie. Oh, I get it. Okay, this is all footage of various parts of the house. I'm starting to feel like I'm going crazy. Like this is... Like, how long does this sequence go? Is that... I think that's actively changing. Oh, it's... Oh, yeah. Much better than spiders. I don't... Okay, hang on. I want to see what this light switch thing ends up doing. Oh, God, there's so much other stuff over here. Jesus. I don't know why... What the hell was that? What was that whole Pac-Man spider nonsense all about? Like... Why throw that in the middle of everything? Fucking Gizmo! What the hell? Darth Vader? Is that Jumanji?
It's fun to watch you try to understand.
The Exorcist. Hey, you know what? Yeah, I don't understand. What's all this copyright infringement going on in here, huh? Did you guys pay for these references? E.T., Jaws, Casper? Oh, there's numbers on these. Oh, for fuck's sake. Three, 2, 4, 6. That can't. That can't be right. They wouldn't go that far, right? The Mask. It's King Kong, but not the best scene from King Kong. The best scene from King Kong is when he holds Nicole Kidman and then slowly smiles at her. Addams Family. Is it fucking Dead Poet Society? Oh, Naomi Watts. Thank you. Alien, Godzilla, Beetlejuice. Labyrinth? I think. Karate Kid. Fucking Flubber. A Flubber reference in the year 2025. That's Nightmare on Elm Street. Shining, Chucky, Poltergeist. That could be, I don't know, Fire in the Sky or Close Encounters of the Third. That could be any number of whatevers. Titanic. Why does this... That looks familiar, but I can't... Out of all of these, the two handprints are the only ones that I can't place, but I know that I have seen that before. So is this just in here for goofs? I mean, you know, hey, thanks for all the thanks for the movie quiz. I feel like I mostly passed. Sound tests. Combat tests. See, now I'm curious, was there like is any part of this legitimate? Or is this just all part of like the games? Oh, whoa. Hang on. We got some false walls here. Okay, let's go. This is so weird. I don't even know what to say to any of this. They're throwing the kitchen sink at us. Oh, for fuck's sake. All collisions in the game must be checked.
What is it that motivates you to continue? By now, you should know that everything is broken. There is no script anymore.
This button is supposed to restart the animation, but what it does is to remove everything directly. That is kind of a... That sentence doesn't parse. Oh, all the fun animations of the ghosts. It's kind of cool to be able to like get a look at these things like up close. Makes you appreciate like just how fucking good their fabric simulation is. Like, it looks great. Okay, so if I press that button, is the world gonna explode? Yep, okay, they're all gone. Great. Alright, well, we solved the ghost problems. Busted, if you will. And this is the room where we keep the moon. Oh boy. Oh, don't give me a physics thing to play with. You know I'm gonna make these things run into each other. Bink. Moon! Oh, I mean, of course we're gonna push the little moon. We're gonna push that down the hole. Yo, call me Plucky Duck. Another 90s reference for you. Great. Oh! Little Moon's fine, turns out. Okay, just like just a wireframe. So, okay, so we've definitely like left the realm of scary and horror, and now we're just in. I don't even know what we're in. Okay, do we fall down the hole? It says out of bounds, but that's why that's there. Meow. What to do? What to do? What to do? I'm not seeing any openings here. Getting sound cues, but it's at this point it's impossible to trust anything about this. Do we roll Little Moon somewhere else? That's not gonna fit, is it? No. Okay. Alright, good. Somewhere else we can roll this, maybe? Trying to figure. Okay, so there's like, is this a hint? Are we supposed to like match the moon's position? We can't move this giant fucking guy. Yeah, that guy, that moon lives there. Okay, let's run back. Man, this is this is so strange. It's funny because when the game quit itself, it was like, oh, okay, so we're doing some fourth wall nonsense. Now it's like, is there a fourth wall at all? Like, what is... Is any of this meant to be legitimate? Is there something I missed going this way that I didn't see? No, it's just blocked. Fuck. Kind of lacking yeah, I mean, that's what I'm starting to like. The longer this goes, the more nervous I get, because it's like, hey, we were telling a pretty tight story. Fuck that. How dare they? See, that's what I mean. It's like they're still doing cool stuff, but I just need to know what purpose is it serving? What are we trying to accomplish? I straight up have no idea what the fuck to do here. Vision gets super blurry when trying to get close. I push the moon down the hole again? I don't... Oh, wait. Because it disabled it, right? Okay. Push the moon so that it disables that from being out of bounds, and then we drop through while it's disabled. There we go. That's the fourth light.
The last time, I keep thinking that maybe it was my fault for not calling the ambulance quicker, for not knowing how to give first aid. And I know I've been told I couldn't have done anything, but that's exactly what scares me. To have been there when he was dying and not doing anything, just watching my father's face struggling as his heart broke. I don't know. For me, everything is pretty dark since then. I think I need help.
I just realized that he has the the equal signs, the flashcard lights reflecting in his eyes. Goodbye.
I'm not sure there's a way out this time, thanks to you.
I'm just gonna keep walking, I guess. Okay. See, I'm nervous because I don't know. Because now is the if the menu is real, is it real, or is it like fake real?
The story is over.
Okay.
Why are you still here?
Because I'm not sure if there's a second or third or at this point 25th beat. Like I'm tempted to quit to the menu, but if I hit continue, it's just gonna is it going to just start us at the beginning of this chapter again? I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to push no moons anymore. Okay, maybe we... Yeah. If the four spirits are lit up, then great. Otherwise... Okay. Okay, so that is what they intend for you to do. Weird. Okay, but now... They're all four lights. All right, so resist, resist, resist. I saw a ghost. His gaze was full of resentment. For a moment, I thought he would say something. Hand is getting tired. I'm having to, like, constantly tap to resist. But I remain silent. Okay, I don't have to resist anymore. Yep, we want to go down. Just hop in our just hop in our box.
In the end, you got your way and managed to reach the other side. Was that really what you wanted?
Actually, what I wanted was a little more clarity on what the story is. Don't get me wrong. I understand that, like, the thing that makes a scary game scary is lack of specifics. But now that we have kind of like thrown the game part of it to the side, now I just need to know just what the hell is going on.
Yes, although it may not be what you're imagining. You are behind the darkness, beyond what a human is capable of comprehending. A place born of the spilled black bile of the sorrowful, where those tired of suffering hide, like Samuel.
But I thought we owe her Samuel.
I find it hard to believe that you don't know, after all you've done to get here and disturb one of my guests.
One of your guests.
Of course. Do you think I don't
One
know
of your
that you've
guests.
already seen his face? Precisely. Everything is broken because you saw what you shouldn't have. But don't worry. I'm not the one who gets angry.
Gets angry.
The truth is that I appreciate those who come here, no matter what.
Shouldn't I have seen you? Aren't you the one who gets angry? He just said he wasn't.
Are you sure it was me? No, I don't think you could take it.
Who are you?
Again? I am one of the many voices you hear in your head. I can be the narrator, the ghost, the monster, the god. I am whatever you need me to be, so I can be your complete destruction, or your most precious companion. It's up to you.
I mean, evil is a spectrum. Real though.
Are you?
Oh God! Oh, he got us.
I am simply me, just as you are you.
Oh my God! We are in the last two episodes of Evangelion.
Lives in contradiction, even those you call gods. Samuel's life is a great example of this, full of half-truths and half-lies. What if I told you that the one who has helped you and the one who has hindered you are the same person? Does that make sense? Or is it paradoxical?
I think that's.
The truth is that the answer doesn't matter. They are both real.
I think that's what most people are told during like therapy. It's like, You are your own your own worst enemy and best helper.
That's interesting. Because that who actually includes a lot of things. It includes you. Oh, it's time.
Are they going to quiz us on Spanish? Let's go. I'm ready. Soy whatever ready would be. Oh, hang on. Oh, we actually interact with this time.
He's here.
Whoa.
Finally, you are face to face. I imagine it must feel strange, almost like a phantom limb. But I must confess, I've always loved this moment. You never know how it's going to end. So, go ahead, Samuel. What do you have to say?
I'm sorry, I guess. I don't...
Go on.
So this whole thing is just about him feeling guilty that his brother died and he didn't call 911 fast enough? But I'm tired. That's relatable. I'm super fucking tired. My brother died. My dog died. I guess I didn't piece together when Dad died. Well, it says Joel, so is Joel not his dad? Was Joel like another brother? Is this the country's? Well, I lost my brother Isaac, 'cause I didn't dial 911.
Stop. You shouldn't say that. I can feel the pain, and therefore understand where these statements are coming from. But I can also feel the doubt in them. So be fair. You see, something as simple as doubting can drastically change the perception of things.
I'll let this play out, but like I have feelings about this.
Say it.
I don't want to feel alone anymore. I want to be happy again. I want to live. Better be some big spooky stuff.
I find it very interesting to see someone who manages to get out of this place after facing his fears.
Somehow I seriously doubt it.
The need to make an observation, Samuel. You were never alone, and you never lost your dreams. That's why you made it this far.
Then why were you taunting us the whole step? Ugh, okay.
I have nothing to add, but you should take the opportunity to say something more before you leave this place.
I mean, are we talking to ourselves here? It wasn't your fault. I don't. The problem is, I'm not this character. I haven't lived this experience, and I'm still I'm still the person with the controller, like unclear as to what the full story is. So by putting us in this situation where it's like, now have a really like difficult conversation with yourself, but you select all the dialogue options, but they're all like false choices anyway. Like kind of like it doesn't yeah, it's just it doesn't work. It doesn't work on me. I would rather they go through the trouble of just, honestly, and I don't usually feel this way, I would rather they just like blankly state, here's what happened, rather than give us like a lot of like these kind of like half metaphor things and then put us in this weird dialogue tree where we're supposed to know how the character that we're controlling, but clearly has not been like directly influencing the story at all, like is supposed to feel. We're gonna finally find out what's under the curtain. Who's under the blankie? This looks very nice.
Samuel. Until next time.
Cut to black. It's the first time we've had hands. Oh, we have a body now all of a sudden. Have we finally packed everything up? We're leaving this house for the last time. Yeah, we needed one more air freshener jump scare. Was that another graphics glitch? Was that intent? The game is well, now I don't know if the game is meant to be glitching out or what. I'm assuming the fact that we have a body now is meant to indicate that this is actually like literally our lived experience. This is real. All right. Wow. Borja Corvo did a lot. I can kind of get the mixed reviews now. Yeah. Scott Joseph. All right. We need to find out if Scott Joseph is also the narrator from Stanley Parable. Or if that was just a really good Stanley Parable impression at the beginning of the game. Yeah, unfortunately, it did the thing that I was kind of afraid was going to happen, that Kevin Briding. Okay, so it is a different person. All right, just very, very, very similar, like, inflection and delivery. I thought that all the voice acting and everything was really strong. Like that was all very like well performed. But the problem is it's the inherent problem with trying to do these kinds of stories where everything is one big metaphor for like guilt or trauma, like this, because this whole thing becomes about survivor's guilt, right? But why and like how well is that really like communicated from like the actual like events of the game? And why was the Pac-Man sequence in there? You know, like why was the weird, like, why was the thing where you're collecting like literal video game coins and then you play an actual like video game? Like that didn't tie in. That wasn't like explained at any point as like, oh, this is one of like Isaac's interests, that he was interested in like developing video games or something, you know, like, if it was, I don't remember that. It certainly wasn't like called out in a way that like stuck with me. So the problem is that you get kind of like, oh, I guess it was all about this. But then when you start looking back on all then the game events, it's like, well then wait a minute. Then why did any of this other stuff happen? Like, do all the ghosts and sheets represent us? But then also why that? You know, like, then why do they like randomly like run around and like climb up the walls and everything? You know, like, it's just, the thing is that as a game, I think that this is really, really strong, especially as a horror game. You know, obviously the first half of it was way more effective than the second half, which is kind of what I expected. But when you do these, oh, do we now have the option to play the Spider Pac-Man game whenever we feel like? Yeah, that's what okay, yeah, no, we're not going to do that. I think we're done. It seemed like they tried to keep it vague at the end for easy self-insert into the story, but the story was very explicitly laid out in the first half, so they didn't really... Yes, no, exactly. Like, that's... Yeah, thank you for phrasing that the way that you did, because that's kind of what I was getting to with the whole talking to ourselves at the end there, where it was like, we've already like set up all this other stuff with the sole exception of we have any agency over what's happening. So when you then put the dialogue in the player's hands like that, it falls flat, because it feels like, well, I don't know what is like the game's intended answer, you know, like what are they hoping is the conclusion that we would have reached, or you know, like, So it has to be written in this way that's like very vague, where there are no wrong answers. And it just kind of leaves you with this feeling of, okay, but why all the crazy shit with like the part where the game started like breaking, and why did the game quit to desktop so early, warning us that like we must have done something wrong, and then just quit out of the game? You know, like that. Why all these weird fourth wall breaks if they don't serve some sort of like larger part of like the narrative structure, or they better explain like the premise or the world that we are existing in, you know? Because did he make a video game of his own house to explore to deal with his survivor's guilt? You know, what are the sketchbook is established. It's like the sketchbook is like maybe like the best indicator of like the mental state and emotional state of Samuel. And because it was Sam's sketchbook. Like they should have leaned harder into that element of it rather than the whole like, and now you're walking through these giant trigger windows that say like play music, load level, teleport. You know, like we get into this situation where, oh, we are like breaking the very reality of this world. We're breaking the total foundation of all these disparate parts. You know, like we thought that we were playing in a world or in a game that was like maybe like self-aware that it was a video game that existed, but then all that gets thrown away so that you, the player, as the in-game character, can then have a one-to-one about guilt and about like, I don't want to be alone anymore and I just want to be happy again. And then the narrator does like a complete 180 from like tormenting you and blaming you for everything to then just like kind of out of nowhere being like, no, you should be nicer to yourself because I can hear that you have doubt in your voice. And it's like, well, no, wait a minute. What about the part where you called out that it was a video game? You shouldn't just do that kind of stuff all willy-nilly because it looks cool. And to the game's credit, it looks cool. It looks cool. It was fun to play. It was neat. Yeah, he was me. Only who can prevent survivor's guilt? You have selected you, meaning me. The correct answer is you. It's it just kind of falls apart. I would much rather. It's so weird because it's such a there's no one answer, right? There's no one answer that is like the correct way to tell a story. I don't believe in that. You know, like there are a million ways. There are an infinite amount of ways that you can tell a story, and there are an infinite amount of ways that a story like can exist. There are an infinite amount of like morals and statements. Movies, games, stories don't need to have a point if they don't want one. You know, things can just exist for the sake of being weird, of being neat to look at. You know, they don't need to have a deeper meaning. Like I don't believe that there's any like one hard and fast rule. What I do believe though is that you need to stick to your idea. You like once you have established what your thing is, you have to see it through. And it feels like so many horror games lately lately, I say lately, I mean literally for like the last like decade or so, they all fall into this trap. You know, everybody wants to be the next Gone Home, but what people forget is that Gone Home at the end of it did tell a very straightforward and literal story. You know, like, you know, that game was like 15 years old, so sorry for spoilers at this point, but it, at no point is it ever misunderstood that by the end of that game, what happened was your sister, I don't remember if she like ran away from home or committed suicide or whatever it was, but like made some huge life-changing decision because she wasn't accepted for being gay. Boom, that's the story. And everything else that you do in that game falls into place, right? All the stuff where it looks like it's like a haunted house, they have like logical explanations for. It's like they explain that the fuse box has been acting up. They explain that, you know, like there are leaks in the pipes, you know, like everything can be explained away logically. And the things that maybe can't be explained logically, is okay because they still serve the overall metaphor. They still serve the overall story. And by the end of it, you understand, oh, I'm not investigating a haunting. I am investigating what happened to our sister. You know, like I'm revisiting my childhood home to find out what happened, you know, and read all these journal entries and everything to find out, oh, this is who she really was. And everything else is all just like set dressing, right? Like that works. This had the potential to do that, but instead turned it into this thing where it's like, okay, yeah, so things are always like looping and everything is like, you know, we're doing like this, we're doing 4-dimensional shit. Now it knows it's a video game. Now it knows it's a video game that released a demo a year ago. Now, you know, now it knows like all these things. None of that serves the point of, and also you don't need to feel guilty about being someone who survived through a lot of terrible familial deaths. It doesn't like none of that lines up, especially when the beginning of it, the first half, like Viria you called out, when the first half of it does seem like it was heading in that direction. And that would have been totally fine if they just kept doing that. You don't have to bail on it. You don't have to bail. Like that's the thing. Like it feels like it bailed out at the 11th hour to decide that it needed to have some sort of like big point to say. It needed to do something poignant. It needed to do something that like fully, yeah, they had names and pictures and everything. That's the thing. It's like we were doing very, very specific stuff. And it was like, okay, we're going to find out what happened to this family. And when we do, it's through a single piece of voiceover. And then through that one piece of information, we are then carried through for the last 20 minutes of the game. In which there's now no gameplay, by the way. It is there's no more puzzles to solve, there's no more anything. Now it's just kind of this extended epilogue. And I even warned, you know, before we got into it, I think it was when we were in like the moon room, like I even warned, it was like, look, I just need you to kind of like tell me what's going on, even though that is when things get the least scary when you explain them. At least like give me like let's start nailing down some of these specifics and let's say like what actually happened here. And then it wasn't presented in a way that was poignant at all. It wasn't presented in a way that was impactful. It was just kind of like, oh yeah, oh that's right, my brother died. It's like, oh, okay, sorry, but there were so many ways that could have been communicated and shown, you know. What was the hangman thing about? Like, obviously there were, it seemed like there were like some allusions to like Samuel's like potentially like suicidal thoughts, you know, and everything, but why was there a big creepy marshmallow man who was chasing us, or not even chasing us, like constantly like just like teasing us all the time, you know, like at a certain point it's just kind of like we don't actually know, we thought this stuff just like looked cool and would be scary, and then we slapped a story in on top of it to I guess to put it all together, you know. And it's just it's just strange. Again, on a technical level, on like a scare factor level, on a puzzle level, like I thought that the puzzles were like a lot of those, the majority of the puzzles were really clever and presented in a really clever way. I'm just kind of upset. I'm just kind of disappointed that it didn't serve any sort of larger purpose, and it kind of just like fizzled out at the end with like a lot of just like text and not even exposition, just like kind of really generic philosophy and kind of like, it's like, no, you shouldn't feel bad. Everything's gonna be okay. You can keep living. It's like, cool, thanks. I guess I'm gonna go do that then. Even the Spanish never played a part. Like the whole like those are the flashcards. That whole like that equal sign thing. So why did we walk into those at the end? Was that supposed to represent the love our mother had for us? But why would that matter if the whole thing is supposed to be about self-actualization and self-reflection? Why then find comfort in this other thing that's also a third party over here, and a third party over here, and a third party over here? You know, like it's, yeah. I don't know. I know that this is a lot, you know, like I'm asking a lot of what looked like a pretty small team, and of video game stories in general. But we have seen this as just, we've seen this flavor of thing happen so many times. Compare this to something like a more recent example. Compare this to fucking like mouthwashing. Mouthwashing, you think is full of a bunch of kind of like random disjointed metaphor and kind of, well, I think some of this is being weird for the sake of being weird, and I don't really know, you know, maybe I'm having a hard time piecing together what all this means. But by the end of mouthwashing, they, again, a fairly complicated story and a very visually insane presentation of that story, they lay it all out. You understand exactly what happened. You understand who you've been playing as and what they did. You understand your relationship to the person that you have been taking care of and why you feel this need to like take care of them. You understand how they ended up in that situation in the first place. You know, like, again, visually crazy, super weird, leaping across, you know, huge time jumps, perspective changes, all sorts of crazy shit happens in that game. By the end of it, you understand what the story is. God forbid I dare invoke this, because Veleno will like spring out of bed or wherever he is right now. Me side, you understand what's going on by the end of it. You know, like, there are a lot of games where it's just like, if you don't let your story get out of hand, if you don't let your story, like, if you don't lose track of the story that you're trying to tell, like, it's okay if it's not maybe the most profound thing in the world. It's okay if it's not world shattering. Just tell your story. Don't don't lose faith in it. And that's kind of what this felt like. It kind of felt like they lost faith. They kind of wrote themselves into a corner where it was just kind of like, just have the game end. Honestly, like rather than try to like have like this weird massive tone shift thing at the end here, just have it just kind of end. Don't let there be an answer. Cast summoning. You know, sometimes it's okay if if the option is leave everything unexplained and you can fill in the blanks on your own versus what they did with this ending. I would have much rather the game just like cut to black at you know, like after we push the moon in the hole or whatever, you know, like at a certain point you have to just commit to the thing that you're trying to do, and don't get lost in these deeper, what you think is a deeper meaning when actually it kind of dilutes the whole thing. All that said, this game is like $18. It is from a very small team, usually 20. It's on sale for 18 right now. And again, those first like 3 hours, scary as shit. I know I'm coming down kind of hard on it right now because I'm mostly just talking about the ending and the story side of it. But the gameplay part of it was great. You know, there was only a couple little frustrating spots, and that was because I just like overlooked thing. Like I don't even necessarily really blame the game for me getting lost in a couple of spots. I just missed looking left when I should have looked right, you know. Like, but there were some great, really creepy and fun moments in there. Yeah, I just kind of wish that all came together at the end. Have you played Layers of Fears? If you like this, it might be. I have played Layers of Fear. Yes. I think I finally got around to playing through all of it. I think during quarantine. Appropriately enough. And I liked it. I liked it for the most part. I do think that Layers of Fear is maybe like maybe 2 hours too long. Like it did get to the point where it was like, okay, we have run out of things to do. There are only so many times you can change the hallway when I turn around, kind of thing. But I appreciate, but I did like how that game's story, I feel, did a pretty good job of kind of like just like sticking to the thing it was doing. Again, a thing where start out as a I think maybe that's what the key is as far as like video game story goes, is start out as a metaphor and then get down to a specific actual here's what happened. Because I think when you do it the opposite way, that's what Luto just did, and it ends up feeling weird and unfinished. So maybe that's the key. I don't know. Like I said, there is no hard and fast rule, but I think that might be more successful. Start weird, get specific by the end of it, you know, have the answers. And speaking of starting big and then changing it up and getting out to somewhere specific, let's get out of here. Yeah. Let's head on out for the rest of the evening. I will send you all on your merry way. I don't know when I will be back. Yeah, I guess that's the end of that thought. I don't actually, I have no plans. You know, it continues to be kind of like a day-to-day thing for me. But hopefully I should be able to, over the weekend, get at least one day of streaming in there. And when we do, maybe we'll hop back into Raw Danger. We'll try to maybe power through the rest of that, because man, was I getting talking about a game whose writing I was getting annoyed by. That that game started to really get on my nerves. But yeah, you know, as always, keep an eye on the Discord for when all that stuff is going on. Let's see what's happened. Oh, Ruby's on. Let's go raid Ruby. Watching Ruby and Valeno interact is very, very funny to me. Because I interact with Valeno a lot, obviously, and he and I have a very specific, you know, kind of dynamic and a, you know, if you know Valeno, you know what his energy is like, and if you know me, you know what my energy is like. And then you have Ruby over here, and Ruby's energy and Valeno's energy are so disparate that I find it hilarious. I love watching Valeno have to interact with somebody who forces him to be more energetic. I've never seen Valeno torment anyone the way he does to you. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, is that in a way, I suppose I kind of enable it. Like, I don't want to peel back the curtain too much, but I 100% understand the power of being like a loudmouth and obnoxious, like purposefully obnoxious and annoying, and then giving someone the ability to then, you know, kind of like like fuck with me and shut me down and torture me as recompense for me being endlessly sarcastic and jokey. You know, like I know my groove, and I think that's one of the reasons that Valeno and I actually work so well together, is because he is able to zero in on how to deal with my specific brand of bullshit. And I genuinely, I would. Burn to the ground! Yep, that's another good example of it. I genuinely wouldn't have it any other way. But yeah, let's get this raid fired off. Thank you guys for hanging out tonight. I'm glad we finished a game. Look at us. Add it to the list. I will literally add it to the list. And yeah, you know, as always, keep an eye on the Discord, keep an eye on Twitter and Instagram, and we'll find out in those places when and where and what and how and why and who the reporters' questions the next stream will be. Thank you again, everybody. I will catch you on the next one. Adios.